Welcome to Trojan TV. I'm Paxton.
And I'm Sydney. Have you heard about the weather this weekend?
No, let's check it out with Zach and Kaden on Wacky Weekend Weather.
Welcome to our Trojan TV Weekend Weather Report with Paxton. How you doing, Paxton?
I'm doing good, Kaden. All right, now...
Can I come in? It's cold.
Zach, you're back.
What?
Kaden, who's that?
It's only the best weather reporter of all time.
Hello?
I thought I was. That's what you told me.
Yeah, you're fired.
Okay, this weekend's weather is going to be pretty cold. How cold you say? Pretty cold.
Zach, just do the weather and then we're done.
Fine. It's going to be 4 degrees and snowy, so get out your shovels. Now buses. There's going to be ice on the road, so be careful driving. We wouldn't want to miss school. No, but for real, the roads actually are icy. Just kidding.
That will conclude our Trojan TV Weekend Weather Report.
Well, I'm not doing the weather report ever again.
Wow, you did a good job.
I don't want to talk about it. Well, anyways, let's get into this week's news. Important dates to mark on your calendars include cookie dough order pickup on December 20th. Please plan for how you will get your boxes home. Remember, students, 6th through 8th grade girls basketball and 6th through 8th grade wrestling deadline to register is December 22nd, 2016. Practice begins the week of January 3rd, 2017 and costs $125. To pay, please visit the LEAP office located in Central High School between 8:30 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. on school days. If you have any questions, please call the LEAP office at 231-933-1758. For parents, your Teen and Technology event will also be held December 20th at 6:30 p.m. The discussion will be about internet safety, gadgets for your teens, and home network safety. Wednesday, December 21st at 7:30 a.m., there will be a light breakfast reception for EMS community members to celebrate the gift of literacy in the EMS library. Please join us and check out our new books. Holiday break begins after a full day of school Thursday, December 22nd, and school resumes January 3rd. Now for this week's Classroom Spotlight, Chloe and Bella caught up with Mrs. Dunscombe.
For this week's Classroom Spotlight, we caught up with Mrs. Dunscombe's class who celebrated a special anniversary.
Well, in our reading for our curriculum, we do a lot of serious things like scientific method and democracy and constitution, and we've had a whole lot of really hard topics. And when the Wienermobile topic came up, we thought it would be hilarious to do something light and fun just before Halloween.
The students had a lot of fun and learned from this activity.
Oscar Mayer. They hand out meat projects. It goes across the USA.
The kids said it was epic, so that was probably our favorite part.
This has been Chloe and Bella reporting for Trojan TV.
Thanks, guys. 8th graders, you may still apply to go on the 2017 Washington, D.C. trip. Approval will be based upon application, teacher recommendation, grades, and behavior. To apply, visit the Announcements tab on our website, The Link, where you can find all the details. Time is running out to get a yearbook. If you pre-order the book by December 31st, you will save $12 and have a guaranteed copy at the end of the year. NWEA testing will continue next week with math Monday through Wednesday. Be sure to get a good night's sleep, eat a healthy breakfast, and bring a charged laptop every day. Although the election has already ended, there is still more information. So here's Henry with a story on post-election coverage.
Currently, Hillary Clinton has the advantage, with the poll website 538 giving her a 307 to 229 electoral vote lead in the Electoral College, based on the current polls.
In a stunning twist, despite our school poll, which had Hillary Clinton ahead of Donald Trump by 5 points, Donald Trump won the election, getting 306 electoral votes as compared to Hillary Clinton's 232 electoral votes. After this stunning result, I went out to get the students' and teachers' reactions.
Unprecedented is a good word, Henry. I was shocked, personally. a bit dismayed, but I do think the office of the presidency is bigger than any one person, and I'm confident that our country can come together and the next 4 years will be positive. So I'm still hopeful.
Well, I honestly thought that Hillary Clinton was going to win and win by a lot more than Trump actually beat her by, but Trump ended up beating Hillary in Florida and Arizona, so I thought that was pretty crazy.
For some reason, I had thought that Hillary would probably gonna win, and it did say in the decision last night that Hillary Clinton had an 89% chance of winning. So my thoughts were that Hillary was gonna win. So when I found out that Donald Trump had won and he was racking up all those states, I was like shocked to see that he had won.
I thought it was horrible that Donald Trump won.
Well, I was really nervous because I didn't really like both of the candidates, but I feel like the results are going to be good for our country and that he's going to help us. And, he was my first choice candidate, but you kind of have to accept it. So I think that's going to be okay.
I was very happy with them. A lot of people were disappointed that Trump won, but I am actually a supporter of him.
After getting the students' reactions to the election, I caught up with Mrs. Smith to get her reaction to the election and its impact on the school.
It has been a mix of positives and negatives, depending on which party line students identified with.
Due to high tensions after the election, Ms. Smith sent a note home telling parents and students that we are all Trojans and should remain peaceful.
Even in Traverse City at East Middle School, students were feeling very mixed about the election results. So being reactionary in a positive way to remind students about being unified, that we are a democratic nation and that this was a democratic process. Whether we agreed with the outcome or not, we needed to make sure that we were abiding by that and being respectful of others.
I asked Ms. Smith about bullying following a group of Michigan middle schoolers chanting, "Build that wall," at lunchtime.
We've had some minor situations, but in talking through the situations with students about being respectful of peers' opinions, that right of free speech, however, being cordial and kind to one another.
Tensions in the community rose to a new level when a Traverse City police officer caused a commotion when he drove a truck with a Confederate flag to an anti-Trump protest. After the incident, I asked U.S. history teacher Mr. McCall about the modern-day meaning of the Confederate flag.
Well, I think the Confederate flag, it was used to represent the South's secession from the Union of the United States, and I think the meaning of that is still behind that flag today. I think it represents a disunited country, to fly a flag that represents that rebellion against the nation.
Just as we would for any symbol that is not a positive symbol or something that is connected in a negative way, whether it's a Confederate flag or something of that nature, we have board policy that supports addressing that. It's not allowed.
At the end of my interview, I asked Ms. Smith if she had a final message for EMS students.
The biggest thing is to remember that we're all Americans and we're Trojans, and it's up to us to make sure that we are supporting the democratic process. And whether we like the outcomes or not, this is the opportunity to make a difference.
This has been Henry Hushke reporting for Trojan TV.
Thank you, Henry, for that extra election coverage.
That concludes this episode of Trojan TV.
You can follow Trojan TV and the DMC on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook by searching @EastDMC.
Have a great weekend, Trojans.
Bye.
So how about that weather?
Snow. Yeah, it's snowing. It's finally snowing. The middle
I don't
of the
like
summer.
it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
That's not good.